A lot can happen in a week. Some of it good, some of it bad, some of it downright ugly. When faced with intriguing developments in the week's news, we turn to a rotating panel of non-experts to parse the good, the bad, and the ugly of it all. On today's panel, Houston Chronicle news columnist Joy Sewing, Marco Roberts, chairman of the Texas Conservative Liberty Forum, and Ernie Manouse, co-host of Hello Houston, weekday mornings at 11 right here on News 88.7 and on YouTube. Joy, Marco, Ernie, welcome to Houston Matters.
Good morning, Craig.
Hi. Panel, better late than never. The Houston Astros and Houston Rockets games are finally being made available through a direct-to-consumer streaming service from Space City Home Network. As Houston Public Media's Rob Salinas reported this week, it costs $20 a month or $200 a year to live stream the team's respective locally broadcast games. The Astros and Rockets were the last teams in their respective leagues to offer such a service, though Rockets President of Business Operations Gretchen Scheer says plans have been in the works since the clubs bought the regional sports network 2 years ago. Space City Home broadcasts more than 220 live Astros and Rockets games combined each year. Our long cord-cutting nightmare's over. Streamers have access to Astros and Rockets games in a direct service. Is this good, bad, or ugly? Joy Sewing.
You know, I'm not a big sports watcher person, but I do think that's a good thing for people who like to watch sports, like my mother. I'm sure she would really enjoy having a service like that where she can see all of her games in one place. So I think that's a good thing.
Okay, one sports watcher person is in favor, and her daughter, yeah, sure. Yeah. Good, bad, or ugly, Marco Roberts.
Well, you know, I'm sure I could speak for my co-panelists here that we were all on pins and needles waiting for the announcement, and so we were just elated. I looked at this. I'm a curmudgeon. I tried to find something wrong with it, but I really couldn't. I'm sure, I got a lot of folks that love to watch this stuff. My only thing about this streaming services, and I don't know if you guys encountered this situation here, is that I hope it works right. You know, that's the main thing. I just make it work right, because I have some of these other streaming services, and you know, they're beginning to pile up because it used to be like a cheaper way, and now, well, you have this streaming service and that streaming service. But the thing that I hope never happens with this service is that when you hit that pause and then you rewind because you want to catch something, and so the game continues on, as has happened to me with other shows, is I'll hit the wrong button or it's not working. It's not working. It'll start like it's loading. Yeah. And next thing I know, I lost the whole thing. And so all I'm going to say is just make sure that it works, and that, because I think people will be very upset if they lose a game through it.
All right, good, bad, or ugly, Ernie Manouse.
First of all, I have to say, in today's episode, I am going to stick to good, bad, and ugly. I've been making up categories every time you have me on.
I appreciate the
So
effort.
I'm coming in with good on this.
Okay.
To improve it, maybe to help Marco out here, what I'm hoping for is it's more than just these two teams. I haven't really dug deeply into it. Is it just their games, or are they going to partner with other services that do this so you get a full, robust
It is just these two.
But in time, like we've been talking about, they keep merging and adding. So it would be really great if all of their whole league is on there, or their whole,
right.
I think that would be awesome. But yes, good.
Yeah, years and years down the line, if there's a way to coalesce all of these contracts ending with all these regional sports networks all at the same time, maybe these leagues can finally just have one app for everything.
Right, but even piecemeal it out.
One sports app with everything you want.
For $400 a month.
I was about to say, it's going to be, yes.
They're going to pay for it, but I think it's great. People can find what they want.
Yeah.
Panel, you may recall that Waymo plans to launch its self-driving taxi service here in Houston in the new year. Here's hoping incidents like one in Los Angeles do not take place when it does. As an online video posted Monday shows, last week one of Waymo's driverless taxis drove a passenger into what appeared to be the end of a police standoff. As ABC News reports, officers were conducting a, quote, high-risk felony arrest after a stolen vehicle pursuit at 3:40 in the a.m. when the Waymo came upon the scene. Police vehicles were blocking its straight-ahead path, so the Waymo turned left into the intersection and right next to the suspect lying on the ground. A Waymo spokesperson says its taxi was not the only vehicle to do so and characterized the 15 seconds the driverless taxi was clearly in the wrong place as an opportunity to learn and continue improving road safety and operating in dynamic cities. A Waymo taxi drives a passenger into and through the tail end of a police standoff. Is this good, bad, or ugly, Marco?
Well, I mean, I'm going to say it's bad but not ugly. because as you see the video, it does drive right by the individual on the ground already, and he couldn't have been there for very long. Could have been worse. I mean, could have run over him or whatever. And so
Yeah.
it clearly at least managed the obstacles correctly. I did wonder, though, why were there no blockades for the car? Because that normally would have stopped the Waymo as well.
Yeah.
But I imagine this was a very rapidly, evolving situation. So you see the cops responding and reacting. Of course, the Waymo doesn't really care what the cops are saying. Overall, I'm still impressed with the technology. If you think about these cars and what they're able to do, it brings into mind all the amount of decisions your brain is making just to be able to drive a car correctly. Although, as we all know, we still have a lot of drivers, normal human drivers, who still haven't figured out how to drive yet. Yeah. But at least this Waymo was doing a decent job given the situation.
All right, good, bad, or ugly. Ernie.
Ugly. If you listen to our show, you know I do not trust people. It's why I will not ride in a helicopter, because I always think I know people, even at my job, who don't put in 100% of what they should. So I'm thinking a mechanic, a programmer,
Why
somebody.
was he looking at me when he said that?
Never looking at you, Craig, about things like that. So I always feel like human error is going to screw up all of this. And case in point, this car, it could have driven over the suspect. It could have driven into a gunfight. I just don't. Now, I know the argument would be if you don't trust people, then let the computers do it. Let the machines do it. But somebody's programming those and planning those. I don't think we're ready for it yet. Maybe in a few years. But I think it's ugly. I don't want to see him here. When I look at a car, I want to see the disgruntled driver in the driver's seat. I don't want to see no one in the driver's seat. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, good, bad, or ugly, Joy.
I am with you.
Thank you.
Okay, ugly. Ugly.
Really?
I am. I don't even trust regular drivers, let alone a car that doesn't have one.
Thank you.
And again, these are people programming these cars, and we've seen, I've seen enough sci-fi movies to know that when something will, be discombobulated in the programming, and you end up with driving through a police standoff. So, yeah, I'm not for it at all, and I don't want to ride in one.
Yeah.
Panel, let's look southeastward now to Miami, Florida, site of one of the most bizarre scenes at one of the wealthiest art fairs in the world. Yes, at Art Basel, a project from an artist named Beeple called Regular Animals warns how we, humanity, are not ready for the future. What does this project display to prove the point? Why, robot quadrupeds, basically robot dogs, traveling up and down the floor bearing the very realistic faces of Elon Musk, Andy Warhol, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, and Pablo Picasso. They nearly collide with one another, sometimes stare off into space, and once in a while, printed artwork emanates from their dog-like behinds, while screens on their backs flash the words, poop mode. As CNN reported this week, Beeple, a.k.a. Mike Winkleman, passed the pooped-out artwork to folks passing by who seemed amused, perplexed, and ultimately entertained by the display. But Winkleman's serious. He argues in the future these will be regular animals. Tech billionaires and famous artists are among the figures reimagined as robotic art-pooping dogs at Beeple's exhibit at Art Basel in Miami. Is this good, bad, or ugly? Ernie.
I'm in my extreme mode today, so it's good now. I go to either end. This one is great. It's art. It's looking at how the world, understanding the world we live in today. These robot dog, human-faced things have cameras on them, and they're looking at the world as these tech and artists look at the world around us every day and how they see it and what they're doing, and it makes you stop and think and reflect, and I'm all for it. And it is one of the creepiest things you'll ever see. I'll give you that. It's a really odd looking, but that's good. Let's be shaken up a little bit at what we're looking at and how we understand the world around us. I'm all in favor of it.
All right, good, bad, or ugly, Joy.
I think I'm going to have to create a category for this because I'm not sure if it's good and I'm not sure if it's bad. It's not ugly. It's just weird. Okay. And it's something like I would have be part of a bad nightmare. Yeah, I agree with you on the art thing. As long as it remains as art and not become part of our mainstream, like we have, human head dogs running around. When we have enough dogs, we need to take care of. So that's how I feel.
The artist is making the case that this is in our future. We should be ready for it.
Okay.
I don't know. Good, bad, or ugly, Marco?
Well, I thought it was hideous, so I'm going to go with ugly. I looked at these things, and I mean, yes, of course, you can't deny the creativity that goes into this, but sometimes you can be creative and still create something pretty hideous. Yeah. The prediction also is a little bit unsettling as well, as you're saying. I do think it's what he's talking about, the future, and I think he's right. I do think this is our future. Hopefully, it'll be more attractive than that, but. No, I think one of the things we've seen in the last few years is the remarkable change in how much we have deferred to machines, our daily decision making in ways we used to not do that. Whether it's in finishing an email, sometimes you wonder if people exchanging emails are even communicating with each other. It's just the email system prompts finishing it for you. So it is our future. It looks a little ugly. I just hope we can preserve some level of humanity. So at least I'll give him credit for that because he did preserve the human faces. So at least there's something human there. But I did not think it was pretty.
I'd prefer they don't have the human faces.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
creeps
Like,
me
can
out.
you actually see people having these kind of human head dogs? As
Well, no, I think that's just an artistic commentary, but I'm sure in the end we are going to have mechanical dogs for sure.
I don't know. I could see people wanting their loved ones with them in perpetuity.
stop.
And
Stop.
It could
Stop.
happen.
Already, people have these AI boyfriends and girlfriends, and some people have more than that. So I'm telling you,
Too early for the more than
I
that.
know.
telling
exactly.
you, it's
Exactly.
happening.
Yeah. Wow.
Joy Sewing is a news columnist with the Houston Chronicle. Marco Roberts is chairman of the Texas Conservative Liberty Forum. Ernie Manouse co-hosts Hello Houston weekdays from 11 to 1 here on News 88.7 at HoustonPublicMedia.org and on Houston Public Media's YouTube channel. Thank you all very much.
Thanks,
you,
Greg.
Craig.